just when you thought the show was over, or that it couldn't get any better. Some of the youth who have been welcomed into this community, whether they've been here a year or their entire lives, have recently participated in a coming-of-age process. 3 of our 8th grade students have spent the last several months working with mentors and facilitators to explore and examine their faith and to begin to take their first, perhaps, public effort at articulating who they are, what they value, and what they believe. And so, as they have come to be known as the Queendom of ICE, where are they? There you are. ICE being Isabel Morrison, Claire Olson, and Erica Stubbs. I invite them to come forward and share with us briefly the fruits of their ponderings, their work, and their meditation.
This is a picture of what I believe right now. This will change in the future, I am sure of it. I say these things to you Fountain Streeters because you will accept them, unlike many other people in the world. So let's begin with my own religion conundrum. I don't identify completely with any one religion. Perhaps you could call me an atheist at the moment, as I don't believe in God right now, but that could change. I am intrigued by pantheism, which is the view that God is in everything that is in nature. I could also be labeled as agnostic, in that I don't know if a God exists. Right now, I believe in evolution. I don't really understand how anyone can question that aspect of creation. I don't think that things are meant to be, but then you never really know, do you? Sometimes coincidences just seem too perfect. Are you destined to meet the person you will marry, or is it just luck? Even if some things are meant to be, I don't think that every individual thing you do in a day is. If God exists, I believe that it is in everything, not only in one spirit, place, or people. Here follow my thoughts about religion in general. Religion, or lack thereof, should not stop you from helping others, regardless of race, religion, or other differences. Religion does not dictate morals, at least not for me. Even if you are not religious, you should have reason to be kind and help others. I like the ideas of secular humanism, a philosophy that says you don't need religion in order to lead a happy, influential life. I can tolerate very rigid religions, but in general, I find them to be exclusive and unethical. I believe that many Christians blame evil on the devil and duck responsibility for their actions. I think the idea of heaven is a human creation to calm people down because they are afraid of death. Finally, I will conclude with good and evil. I believe that evil must exist in order for good to exist because they contrast each other. Sadness and happiness are much the same. How can you have one without the other? I believe there is potential for good and evil in everyone. It is their choice how they live their life.
We all get names. When we walk into a room full of strangers, they instantly decide who we are based on appearance. First impressions like these can change, of course, but they happen anyway. White, black, straight, gay, tall, short, boy, girl, Democrat, Republican, Christian, atheist. It takes a while to get past all of these barriers and really get to know the person you're talking to. We're all a little racist, sexist, and biased, some of us more than others. But when you manage to get past all of these walls and you meet the person behind them, it can be life-changing. Getting past these obstacles and being able to acknowledge everyone as equals, that is my religion. I believe in humanity.
This little light of mine. For me, it's a way of life, a way to be who you are. People have to express themselves and reach for the stars and the moon and have fun. This little light of mine, this song, I sang right over there in junior choir. I didn't realize it then, that this song can mean so much now. As I have become older, I'm realizing that everything, well, almost everything, has a meaning. When we were singing this song, we had motions. We were embarrassed to do them at first. When we started to do the motions, everyone started smiling. It made me smile too. Then when people started doing the motions with us, it was so exciting and fun. Now that I look back, it makes me smile now. I think when people smile and get out of their comfort zone like we did by getting embarrassed, it turned out to be wonderful and an experience I will never forget. I think that when people smile, when you do step out of that box or zone, something good will end up happening, no matter what. Even when you think it won't, you have to be positive and don't doubt yourselves or the people around you. I have grown up here at Fountain Street Church, and having done so, that I have stepped out of that box, that zone, a lot. One example was when the coming of age group went to Chicago. We went to help out and see the different communities. We made lunch for the homeless people, and we were supposed to go talk to them and be friendly. So we went over there, and I was nervous. I don't exactly know why, but I was. We started talking, and I realized that just because they're homeless doesn't mean that they're mean or bad people. I think a lot of people do think that, but I don't anymore. Some of the homeless people were playing chess, and it was the fastest game of chess I've ever seen. They were both happy and not sad or mad, because the people they were around were not. After lunch, we had an extra salad, and the adults told us to find a homeless person and give it to them. Us kids were thinking, how, and it's going to be so scary, and all these little questions. Well, we were walking down the street, and I saw someone sitting talking to another person. So I went up to him and asked him if he would like a salad, and you should have seen his face lit up. He looked so happy, and he thanked me. I felt so good after that and happy. I was glad that I did all those little things with or at Fountain Street Church. I just want to say one little thing, this little light of mine, and I'm going to let it shine.
Now I'd like to invite our 3 coming-of-age youth and any other 8th graders that are part of our Tower Club ministries right now to gather on this side of this bridge, along with their families, their mentors, the coming-of-age facilitators, and the Tower Club leaders and any other Tower Club members over here on this side. Fountain Club, which is our high school group, any Fountain Clubbers, leaders, etc., please gather on this side. We're going to have a brief bridging ceremony to honor this passage for all of our 8th graders and especially our coming-of-age participants. And this is actually an audience participation portion, congregation participation. Just as you vowed to bless and support the families who are being dedicated along with their children, we're going to ask you to also affirm and journey with these coming-of-age youth, these 8th graders who are transitioning. So, I'm going to ask this side of the room to say to the coming-of-age youth, we bless you. And then I'm going to ask this side of the room to say, we welcome you. And the rest of the congregation will say, we affirm you. Can you remember that? We affirm you. And then everybody is going to say, we journey on. So, we bless you, we welcome you, we affirm you, we journey on. Let's try it once before the whole thing happens, all right?
We bless you, we welcome you, we affirm you, we journey on.
Excellent. So, first across the bridge, Isabel Morrison. Second, Claire Olson. And third, Erica Stubbs. We bless you.
We welcome you.
We affirm you. We journey on. Please give a warm congratulations to our coming-of-age youth. After all of these words and rituals, I invite you now into a few moments of silence. Mary Oliver once said that to live in this world, we must be able to do 3 things. To love what is mortal, to hold it against our bones as if our own life depends on it, and when the time comes to let it go, to let it go. So in this silence, I invite you to notice in your life what you are loving, what you are holding on to, and what you are being invited to let go of. Please join me in silence. Blessed Spirit of life, we give thanks for all that is stirring within us and between us this day. for all kinds of children and youth, those with many words and those with few, those who reach eagerly towards life and those who cling more to what is known and safe. We give thanks for all those who have nourished and nurtured us, and most especially this day for those who have mothered us in our lives. In whatever capacity we have known them and whatever their formal roles, we give thanks for the imperfect gifts that they have given. May we, too, venture forth from this time as imperfect gifts being offered back to the world. Blessed be.
Was it Mae West who said too much of a good thing is wonderful? We have a lot today, more than the time can allow, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't savor every piece of it. 10 children being dedicated, 3 young people moving into the next stage of life. Someone named Olive will be our birthday youngster this week, and someone named Lee will be our senior birthday person this week. We'd like to let you know that there are lots of things going on. You can find them in your Sunday bulletin. We'll have a spring cleaning all church workday next Saturday, and next Sunday we're having a very brief but important congregational meeting to adopt new bylaws, which ballots, if you are a member, you should have received and should fill out very soon. Next Sunday, the Women's Association is sponsoring a tea for ladies after that meeting. Enjoy time with women, young and old. Come alone or bring your mom, sister, aunt, best friend, daughter, or any lady who is important in your life. It's free, but a free will donation will be taken for a good cause, like we do our offering here. And today there's also a bake sale fundraiser in the social hall. You're going to be hungry by the time you leave here. You'll want to buy something, I can just guarantee it.